Hello Zappos, I'm Noah Smith, and this is my new brand intern challenge. I'm here today to tell you what the next brand you guys will be selling at Zappos.com. So first I want to look at Zappos, and who really cares about Zappos, not just the target market, but who's going to go onto Google and type in Zappos.com when they're planning to shop online. What I found is the most likely demographic to buy at Zappos.com was the age 18 through 34, slightly skewed towards men, but just slightly. And then additionally, it was consumers making over $75,000 that were shopping at Zappos. So going off this, I also wanted to look at what is going to bring us the most revenue, what is a popular market we can sell to, and what I found was good for Zappos because population-wise, the second fastest growing demographic in the US is the age range of 25 to 44, and I found that on Mintel reports. And this works perfectly for us because that fits nicely into our age range of 18 through 34 of people who actually shop at Zappos. Now, what I was looking for is what can bring us the most revenue and be an exciting new brand to get people shopping at Zappos and excited to shop at Zappos that would also fit the type of people that we're trying to sell to. What I found is also with this demographic of 25 to 44 is the largest buyer of activewear of all the demographics. And you might ask, why do you mention activewear? And I say, because we are going to start selling Patagonia. Patagonia, as I'm sure you guys are aware of, is wildly popular both for their quality outdoor products and activewear products, but also for their style. As you can see from looking on the online articles, people rave about them. From GQ on the left to an example of the Wall Street Journal on the right, people love Patagonia and the style it brings. That old 90s feel, fleece throwover fashion that people love. And not only do people love them because they have quality products for hiking, adventuring, style purposes, but they're also a B corporation, and people know them as one of the greenest companies in the US, as well as just being very socially responsible. Forbes has a list of the best companies for the environment, had Patagonia fifth on that. Patagonia has proven to be a quality company both in their sales and for caring about the environment and society as a whole. So, beyond pairing with such a great company, it is great that the U.S. athletic apparel industry is prospering. As you can see, it brings over $97 billion in sales this past year. The industry has grown 42% over the past 7 years. This is a great industry, especially for a clothing company such as Zappos, to get into. And you guys have already done that through North Face and Columbia. However, I feel like you guys are missing a large part of revenue and possible profits from Patagonia that we could sell at Zappos. So besides Zappos being an awesome company, Patagonia being a great company, what makes these such a perfect pair is a lot more than just the fact that Patagonia makes clothes and we sell clothes. There were 3 segments on Mintel reports that they broke the activewear market into. And the first segment's fitness junkies, the second casually active and stylish, and the third sitting idle. As you can imagine, fitness junkies is the most common buyer of activewear between those segments, and this segment happens to be largely between the demographic of 18 through 34 and slightly skewed towards male. And if you guys remember, it just so happens that Zappos happens to be the exact same demographic and segment that Zappos sells to. So not only would activewear fit perfectly in Zappos, but also Patagonia then fitting into activewear on Zappos would be perfect for it as well. Consumers, once again, the same as Zappos from the second slide, making over $75,000 were the most common demographic purchasing activewear in these past couple years. So we love it. We love Patagonia. We love the idea of selling it at Zappos, but how are we going to let people know that is going to be provided at Zappos? Are we going to just kind of slide under the radar, let people find out when they look at Zappos? I don't think so. I think we want people to know, and we want people to shop there at Zappos for a long time because of this Patagonia release. So do we let people know from airplane banner advertisements, $1 million Super Bowl commercials? And I think you guys know the answer. No for both of these. That is not what Zappos does and would not be the most effective way of going about advertising for our release of Patagonia. So how will we do that? How what are the keys to success for our campaign? Now, I found from the Harvard Business Review that 75% of Zappos purchases are from repeat customers. So, naturally, we want to attract people who are going to be repeat buyers. And how do we do that? First is what you guys have done well for so many years, especially through the use of social media, is the word of mouth marketing. So we're going to hit that definitely hard over these next 3 months as we plan to release Patagonia onto Zappos. And then we are going to additionally advertise our Zappos rewards programs very much so, because that will be our best way of getting people to become repeat buyers and loyal customers of Zappos. Both then uplifting our sales, because that is where we get most of our sales, is from repeat buyers. So for the remainder of September, in the first month, we will be creating marketing content and coordinating with Patagonia to be ready to sell by December 1st. So some of this marketing content that we'll be creating will be what we are going to be releasing in October. In October, every week, we will be creating buzz with our weekly social media posts of our new mystery brand, which is Top Right. As you can see, it is a Patagonia fleece that is all blacked out with a question mark over it. And this leaves, for example, our 2 million Twitter followers and fans very curious about what's the big thing that's coming from Zappos now. Clearly, Zappos is excited about it, and I love Zappos, so I'm excited about it too. And they can get all this excitement and curiosity out from all these weekly posts, whether that's fleeces, boots, vests, whatever Patagonia provides, on October 31st, when we post on all our social media outlets that the first 100 callers to call in and guess the correct mystery brand will receive a $50 gift card to Zappos. This will get people calling into our 24-hour customer service, getting to experience our awesome customer service, and just excitement about Zappos and our release of Patagonia as they find out Patagonia is going to be the new brand selling at Zappos. And on November 1st, we will be announcing that we are going to sell Patagonia starting on December 1st of the year 2017 at Zappos. And we're going to advertise all November and hit this very hard in this month that we are selling Patagonia. One, because it will be a very popular shopping month for the holidays coming up. And then leading into December, when it's another very popular shopping month of the year. And we're going to be posting on all social media that we are currently on, and using pay-per-click Facebook marketing to advertise not only that we are selling Patagonia, but even more importantly, the benefits that our Zappos rewards program does for the consumer when they buy Patagonia. So people, especially with the shared demographics that Patagonia and the activewear market has and Zappos has, will be very excited about Patagonia. So how can we capitalize off of not just selling the Patagonia product, but obtaining loyal and repeat customers to the Zappos brand? One way is when people are rewards members. On November 31st, a day before we release the Patagonia brand to Zappos, 100 rewards members will be selected to win a free Patagonia fleece on November 31st. So that will be good for people who are already or Zappos rewards members, and incentive for people who are not rewards members to sign up. So it's good for our already loyal customers, and will incentivize people to sign up for something that they're interested in because, oh, that's awesome, I love Patagonia, shopping online I'm interested in, Zappos seems cool, I'll sign up for the rewards program, get a chance to win a free fleece. But for the people who are maybe not as confident that they can win out of 100 members and feel like, oh, I don't really care about Zappos, so I'm not going to sign up, they can get a guarantee, which is all rewards members will receive 20% off of their first Patagonia purchase. We'll incentivize Patagonia fans, fans of clothing, that people just shop online to sign up for Zappos because they can find a very valuable product such as Patagonia products for cheaper at Zappos. And actually what I found at Forbes was that people are more likely to use discounts and coupons on valuable and expensive brands, especially quality brands, because they feel like they're finding a rare deal and they can get something very valuable and quality for cheaper. So if Zappos is offering 20% off of Patagonia purchases, especially around such a popular shopping time, people are more likely to go to Zappos to become rewards members and then repeat customers and shop for Patagonia there. And bottom left, you can see an example tweet of advertising these two benefits of the Zappos Rewards program for the month of November. So here's our wow factor and our big event. Hashtag Zappos stands with Houston. As I'm sure many of you guys are aware, Hurricane Harvey hit Houston really bad and took a lot away from a lot of people in that area, especially clothing and other necessities like that. And especially with clothing, Zappos specializes in what goes into people's closets. So Zappos would be perfectly equipped to help out the people in Houston with clothes. This would be a great opportunity for us to be philanthropic and socially responsible. However, also advertising and letting people know that we are now using Patagonia. So Zappos will show up to the neighborhoods most affected by the hurricane with truckloads of new Patagonia gear to give out. It'll be in mid-November, so people will be just getting back on their feet from the hurricane, trying to get used to life in Houston, get their clothing back, get their normal necessities back, and their lives back on track. And we'll be able to help them with that by giving out quality products such as Patagonia. We'll be showing up with Santa hats and smiles and a lot of holiday cheer, and it'll be a good time and a good environment, and the Patagonia gear will all be brought in our iconic white box, however specialized for the people in Houston with our hashtag Zappos stands with Houston. And of course in the boxes we will have detailed that they can return this just like any other Zappos product within 365 days, and there's free shipping both ways, and that we have the best customer service, 24 hours you can call anytime they want with questions about Zappos or their free Patagonia gear. And to further capitalize on this event, we would use public relations with our national media outlets using our CEO, Tony Shia, to talk in major interviews and talk shows with our national media outlets about the event that we had in Houston, as well as the upcoming release of Patagonia at Zappos. So it not only gives Zappos exposure, it gives people knowledge of Zappos selling Patagonia, and then even better, it will let Tony Shia talk about the advantages of our rewards program related to Patagonia. So not only are we now letting people know on Facebook with the ads, on all our social media accounts from our fans and followers, or the people in Houston that we talk to, we will have national media outlets talking about Zappos, our heart for the communities of America, and that we are now releasing Patagonia with our awesome rewards program benefits. So with all this planning, we do want to measure it and see if it was successful. And although I did not have business information such as revenue and sales, which makes sense because I'm not a Zappos employee, I was able to use percentages and short-term benchmarks that could really evaluate how well this certain campaign went for us during these 3 months. So the first one I wanted to do was measure the success of our Facebook ads through measuring how well our click-through rates did compared to the average, which is the second highest of all industries for retail at 1.59%. And with Zappos being an online company with an already strong online presence and the ads running through holiday season, we'd like to see our click-through rates about 2% during the project duration. So above average by a good amount for our specific campaign would be our exact goal for these 3 months. Our next benchmark, customer acquisition costs. We were going to be measuring the month of December, so when we actually start selling Patagonia, for the year 2017 and compare it to the year we had in 2016 for the month of December. We would like our customer acquisition costs to be 10% smaller so that we know we were more efficient with finding customers and obtaining customers through this Patagonia release and obtaining people on our Zappos Rewards program. So that is my presentation. Zappos, I just want to thank you guys for interviewing me and giving me the opportunity to think about an internship out in Las Vegas with you guys this summer. It's very exciting to think of, and I hope to hear back from you guys soon. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good day.